These are the updated records heading into week 12, and I also made a video before this one where it was the week 12 games on Thursday and Friday since there was, more than one. So if you want to check that out, that's the title right there, back there. Anyway, Bucks and Colts is the first 1 o'clock game we will be discussing, and we'll see what Madden says. The Bucks are sitting at around 4-5. And the Colts are sitting at 5-5, and I think the Colts are going to win just because I think the Bucks, they're not that great of a team. I mean, the Colts aren't either, but I think they're better than the Bucks, and I think they will win this game. As Madden actually disagrees with me, as they have the Bucks winning this one 17-6. So that could happen, but I don't think it will, as I think the Colts are going to win this one if they score of 27-20, just because, Bucks aren't really that good. And speaking of teams that aren't good, we have probably one of the worst matchups all year, Patriots versus Giants. Both of these Patriots are 2-8, and the Giants are 3-8, or 3-7, I don't remember. But either way, both these teams are really terrible. So not exactly a game I'm looking forward to watching, but we have to go over it because it's part of the Week 12, part of the Week 12's rotation. As right now, it is a solid game heading into overtime, as it looks like the Patriots are going to come away with a close one. Surprisingly high scoring for these two teams with a score of 24-17. As I also agree that the Patriots are going to win. I think they have a good they still have a good defense, and I think they'll make the Giants offense, miserable. All right, our next game is going to be an AFC North game, so it's going to be competitive. It's going to be Steelers versus Bengals. Bengals, unfortunately, losing Joe Burrow for the rest of the season. And they couldn't beat the Ravens on Thursday Night Football last week when they played. And the Steelers couldn't beat the Browns last week when they played. So both these teams lost. And both these teams trying to get back on track. To me, a lot harder for the Bengals just because, without Joe Burrow, they're one of their most important players. As the Steelers will take advantage of the fact that they don't have Joe Burrow and put up 40 on them as they win this one 42-17, as this game wasn't really close to begin with. As I think the Steelers will win, but because it's the Steelers, I think they're going to make it close. All right, another matchup I'm not exactly looking forward to. It's Panthers versus Titans, as both of these teams aren't doing great either. As the Panthers are the worst team in the NFL, sitting at 1-9, and the Titans are 3-7. And both these teams just have not looked very good this year. And just not exactly a game I have circled or anything, and nor should anyone else. As right now, the Panthers are actually winning by a couple of scores, as they will win the game by a couple of scores with a score of 23-6. As I think Panthers fans definitely wouldn't be too shabby about that performance. I actually do think the Titans will win, though, just because it's at home, and I think they are a better team than the Panthers. All right, our next game is going to be an AFC South matchup between the Jags and the Texans, as the Jags are sitting at 7-3, and the Texans are sitting at 6-4. And if the Texans win this game, they'll take over first place in the AFC South. And so this is a pretty important game for both of these teams. Jags want to maintain first place, and the Texans want to take over first place, as the Texans have been way better than what people thought they would be, as C.J. Stroud has been a legit MVP candidate. Maybe not in this game, as they lose to the Jags. And the score was 31-17, so it looks like C.J. Stroud might have struggled a little bit in this one. I do think the Texans are going to win. I think they're going to win 24-21. All right, our next game is going to be another divisional matchup. It's going to be the NFC South this time. It's going to be between the Saints and the Falcons. Saints are currently atop the division, and the Falcons could, I don't know if it would put them in first place, but if they win this game, they would be tied for first place with the Saints. So I guess if you're still, a Falcons fan that cares about their team, you'd want them to win this game. Or if you lose, you get a better draft pick. So I guess it's win-win. As it looks like the Saints will win, as I got a little confused by the score there because the Falcons score with no time left. But it looks like the Saints win this one 24-22 as they get the touchdown on a Hail Mary. But they don't convert the 2-point conversion, so it doesn't matter. I also think the Saints are going to win 17-10. All right, that'll wrap up the 1 o'clock games. Our first 4 o'clock game we'll be talking about is Rams versus Cardinals, yet another divisional matchup. It'll be an NFC West matchup this time, as both these teams definitely haven't done as well as they thought they would. Rams are sitting at 4-6. They were able to beat the Seahawks last week, and the Cardinals are 2-9, and they lost to the Texans last week. But they were competitive, so that's definitely encouraging if you're a Cardinals fan. So this game could honestly go either way, and it looks like Madden has the Cardinals taking this one, as definitely a bit of an upset there, because the Rams are definitely favored to win this game, as the Cardinals take this one 27-9. And I actually disagree. I think the Rams are going to win this game. I think they've got a way more talented roster than the Cardinals and a better coach, so I think they'll win this one 21-17. All right, our second 4 o'clock game is going to be between the Browns and the Broncos, as the Browns were able to beat the Steelers last week, and the Broncos able to beat the Vikings on Sunday Night Football. Both these teams, they're definitely doing better than what expected, at the beginning of the season, as this is going to be a very interesting game because you have Cleveland's defense that's really good against the Broncos offense that's starting to play really well, so we'll see which one comes out on top. As it looks like Madden thinks the Broncos are going to take this one from the Browns with a score. We'll see what it is when it pops up, as the score is 24-20. And as some of you may know, I'm a Broncos fan. We are not beating the Browns. No, Browns are winning 19-16. Myles Garrett, you scare me. Okay, next one is going to be between the Bills and the Eagles, and this one should be also a very interesting matchup. Bills able to knock off the Jets last week, 32-6, to potentially get back on track because they were skidding a little bit before that game. And the Eagles able to knock off the Chiefs in Arrowhead nonetheless. So they're definitely one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. And if the Bills can knock the Eagles off, they're back. And we'll have to see if Madden thinks they're back, as it looks like they do, as they cut to Sean McDermott first. So that's how I know the Bills won, as the Bills will take this one 31-7, as they absolutely dominated the Eagles. As I don't think the Bills are going to win. I think they'll keep it close, but I think the Eagles are going to take this one 30-26. All right, our 4 o'clock game is our last 4 o'clock game is going to be an AFC West matchup between the Chiefs and the Raiders. And the Chiefs, as I just mentioned, just lost to the Eagles, and the Raiders lost to the Dolphins last week. So both these teams trying to get back on track, as the Chiefs definitely weren't expecting to lose that game. Raiders, at the very least, were probably expected to lose the Dolphins, but not the Chiefs. As right here, this is kind of a close game, but the Chiefs are able to make it a not-so-close game at the end, as they take this one with a score of 35-21. And I agree, the Chiefs are definitely going to be pissed off that they lost to the Eagles, and I have them winning this game with a score of 30-13, and we'll see what happens. All right, our 8 o'clock game on Sunday night is going to be between the Ravens and Chargers, as this game's definitely going to be fun because both these teams have really good offenses, and Brandon Staley always makes games close, so we'll see how he can rally his men to play this game. Well, the issue with him is he makes them close, but he loses, so he's not that great of a coach. John Harbaugh, on the other hand, is a really good coach, able to unlock Lamar over these past couple of years. As it looks like Madden has John Harbaugh and the Ravens taking this one with a score of 24-21. And, I mean, I agree. I don't see any way the Chargers win this one. They have talent, but, their coach is kind of an idiot. As I have the Ravens winning this one 20-17. All right, our final game of this video is going to be between the Bears and the Vikings, as the Vikings lost to the Broncos on Sunday Night Football last week. So they're looking to get back on track. And the Bears let's see, they lost to the Lions last week in a very humiliating way, as they were up by 12, I think it was, and they lost because the Lions were able to score 17 points in under 2 minutes. So they definitely want to get back on track. Not that they've been on track, but they want to, get a win and feel better about themselves. It looks like Madden thinks they will beat the Vikings, as they have been winning this one 38-20. It looks like Justin Fields finally broke out and they were able to win a game against a quality opponent. No, I have the Vikings winning this one 20-17, and this